Have you ever noticed how just one small thought can completely change your entire day? That a single moment of faith can turn deep-seated fear into incredible strength? Well, that's exactly what this story is all about. In a quiet little village, tucked away from the noise of the world, lived an old woman named Mira. Her silver hair shimmered like moonlight, and her face was lined with the gentle marks of time. But her eyes were full of a profound peace and kindness. Everyone in the village loved her, not because she was rich or powerful, but because she was always smiling, even when life wasn't easy. Mira lived alone in a tiny house near a big, ancient banyan tree. Her husband had passed away years ago, and she had no children. Still, she never once complained. She spent her days sitting under that tree, talking to the villagers, and spreading warmth through her calm words and quiet smile. One day, a young woman named Leena came to her, her face streaked with tears. "My husband went to the city to find work," she said, her voice shaking. "He hasn't sent any money. My children are hungry. I'm so scared, Mira Ma." Mira gently placed a hand on Leena's shoulder. "My child, tell me, what do you think will happen?" Leena wiped her tears. "I just keep thinking everything will go wrong. What if he never finds a job? What if he forgets us?" Mira smiled softly. "When we think bad thoughts, we feed our fear. But when we think good thoughts, we feed our strength." Leena frowned, confused. "But how can I think positive when life is so hard?" Mira leaned closer and said, "Let me tell you a story. Once there was a poor man sitting by the river crying. An old woman asked him, 'Why are you so sad, son?' He replied, 'I have nothing. No food, no family, no hope.' The woman smiled kindly. 'You have the river, you have the trees, you have the sky above. If you keep counting what you've lost, you'll never see what's left. But if you look at what you still have, life will begin again.' The man listened. Slowly, he stopped crying. He began to see the beauty in small things, the wind, the sunlight, the sound of the water. And from that day on, his life started to change. Not because the world changed, but because he did." Mira looked at Leena with gentle eyes and said, "You see, child, it's not magic. It's your mindset. When we think positive, we create space for hope to grow." Leena nodded slowly. "So if I change my thoughts, my life can change too." Mira's smile widened. "Yes, Leena. Start each morning with one simple line. Today will be a good day." From that day forward, Leena repeated those words every morning. She worked harder, she smiled more, and she held hope close to her heart. Weeks later, a letter arrived. Her husband had found a good job in the city and was sending money home. Tears of joy filled her eyes as she ran to Mira's house. "It worked. It really worked," she exclaimed. Mira smiled, her eyes shining. "My dear, good things come when you think good thoughts. Life will always test you, but it's your heart that decides whether you rise or fall." Soon, everyone in the village came to learn from her wisdom. She taught them all the same simple, powerful truth. When your thoughts are bright, your world begins to shine. Because positive thinking doesn't remove your problems, it just gives you the strength to solve them. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, please consider liking and subscribing for more content that brightens your day.